What's up, guys? So I typically don't do YouTube videos, but there was pretty much a lack of information about this particular side-by-side when I was going to buy it. And I was buying it for a couple different reasons. One was obviously, to have something to go rip around on and have fun. I live on about 30 acres out here in the country, so I wanted to have something that I could go kind of build some jumps and go have a good time on. But at the end of the day, also, as you can see, I have a huge driveway with a lot of kind of concrete and asphalt, and I wanted to be able to get rid of the snow in the winter. And basically, there was a super lack of videos out there demonstrating kind of how this whole plow system could or would or could or couldn't work for the Wildcat sport. So I wanted to make one because it's pretty awesome. So basically, the way the system works is this right here is your winch. This right here, there's a panel that gets cut out. As you can see here, there's kind of some cutout marks. But then the winch just mounts up in there pretty nice, which is pretty cool. Obviously that hooks to the system here with this little pin. And then this is called a quick disconnect system. So these little posts, which there's one on each side, you're probably going to be like, what the hell? Because, stock one doesn't have those. So that's part of the system. It bolts up right there. That little bolt right there kind of comes up under and mounts kind of up under the whole front end here. And then basically what you have here is these little this little hooking system latches there, and you pull up on this and it's going to release the system. Obviously I don't want to do that because my feet are under the plow right now, but that's kind of a general idea of how this thing works. It's pretty rad. This system is from Wildcat, and it's a polycarbonate plow, so it's super light. And then this wear bar here is all steel, so it should hold up pretty good. But yeah, I'm pumped to use it. I'll kind of, I guess, show you the way it works here. Get it fired up. So I have seriously next to no miles on this thing. 96 miles on the odometer. This system right here was put in by Wildcat for the actual winch. So you hit these buttons, you let out the winch, plow goes to the ground. These little things here, you kind of adjust them up and down to make sure that you got a little bit of clearance under the plow bar. I know that sounds crazy. You want to get every kind of bit of snow off the ground as possible, but they recommend you do it that way, so we're going to run it that way, see how it works, and go from there. And then this little guy here, you push this back, and then you can adjust the plow, to the desired angle that you want, just in case you need to kind of push stuff to the side or whatever. So I want it centered for now, just to kind of wait it out for the snow, and then to get it back up again. Just like that, it's up and out of the way. If anybody's curious, this is a worn winch. I can get all the specs for you. It's got the synthetic rope, so it's about $100 more than the other system. As you can see, that's kind of how it goes, how it gets wired up and goes back to the battery and whatnot. So yeah, super pumped. You're gonna see how these Elka Stage 5 shocks work with the plow. Maybe have to stiffen them up a little bit more. As you can see, they're kind of adjusted to about the middle. So we'll see. I'm super optimistic about it. Excited to see how it all kind of goes. And yeah, hopefully I'll get some video this winter of this little bad boy pushing some snow out here in Utah. Greatest snow on earth, as they say. We're in the garage, and just want to kind of demonstrate how this works. So I've already pulled the pin. Sorry, get you in view here. So already pulled the pin on the thing here, right? You just pull that pin out, pull this out, and then the rope, right? And then that's going to ultimately just kind of wrap around there. So I want to kind of show you how this works. Again, so little information out there that I wanted to make sure that everybody could see this. So you just push, boom, and it drops. Easy as that. And to hook it up, it's the same, right? Super easy. So this is mad light. Just kind of grab it, flip it up. Lift it up, get it out of the way. She's all good. Put this rope right here. Come over here. Push the end. Get it all tight. It's almost there. Now what I don't want to do is over tighten it and crack this piece of plastic, right? So it's hooked there. This is here. So this came with it as well, so you can hook that up. It kind of hangs like this, and it ends up banging against the front of the machine. I don't really like that. There's some rubber pieces you can buy for like Jeeps and stuff, and I'm thinking about running something like that. This little sleeve, I don't know the exact application because I've never had to pull anybody out yet, so we'll see. Came with this little guy as well. Owner's manual. That's the model and part number 93466. Not sure if that's specific to Wildcat or if that's the actual whatchamacallit, part number for Wildcat. But yeah. Oh, I guess it is. Duh, box, Wildcat. So, all in all, super pumped about the winch, the way it's going to work, the way it's set up. It looks super clean. You know, you can't even really tell that it's there unless you know what you're looking for. And then obviously, you know, this thing, you can turn that and loosen this. So, anyway, pretty cool.